Yeah, hi Venus. Hope I'm audible and my screen is visible to you. Yeah, hi Venus. Hope I'm audible and my screen is visible to you. Yeah, hi Venus. Hope I'm audible and my screen is visible. Yeah, I need quick response of you on the chat box in the YouTube. So once you are ready, we'll wait for like 2 more minutes before we start the proceedings. The topic of interest of today is about INICET May 2024. Okay, so I'll be discussing the difference between the NEET and INICET in the approach to the preparation, number of seats available in INICET May round regularly every year, and what to be done, what are the checklists to be followed, and how you need to plan your preparation for the next 50 days. I'll be discussing in this particular 30 to 40 minute session. And followed by, I'll be addressing few of your doubts, the question and answer session for a few more minutes. Okay, so this is the main concern topic for today. Okay, so please do ping me on the chat box so that we'll start the proceedings. Is my voice clear? Is there any issue with my voice? I hope, like I have checked from my side, so this is very, very clear. I have cross checked from my YouTube channel, it's very clear. So please let me know if you have any issues with the voice. Okay, yeah. A few of you are telling it's not clear. Am I audible, guys? Am I audible? Am I visible? Hope now I'm audible. Okay. You're talking about my. You're talking about the screen which is not clear. I think I have a good network. Anyway, we'll wait for 2 more minutes before starting the proceedings. As already discussed, like the main topics we are going to focus now is this, right? Yeah, the first and foremost thing which I'm planning to discuss, like people who are watching this video, so please try to watch it in 1.5x. So that's going to be comfortable for you. Okay, right? So let's start the proceedings. So the first thing that I plan to discuss is about the difference in the exam pattern of INICET and difference in the to NEET. Okay, because recently you have given NEET examination, so that is Neet MDS 2024 was done recently. So this is basically available in part A and part B. Okay, so the part A is going to be 100 MCQs, part B is going to be 140 MCQs. Total you have 240 MCQs, and each MCQ is going to carry 4 marks. Means each right answer is going to carry 4 marks, and the wrong answer is going to carry -1. And I hope you are clear with these calculations. Okay, so you don't have any concern with these calculations, right? So this is all about the NEET exam, which was recently done. So there is slight difference between the NEET and Ini-Cet. Okay, the NEET time duration is 3 hours. Okay, right. Coming to Ini-Cet. Okay, so coming to Ini-Cet. So Ini-Cet is going to happen 2 times a year. One is going to be in the month of November, which is already done, and few of you have already attempted it. And the next round will be in the month of May. Okay, right, May. And the admission intake will be in the month of July first week. Okay, July first week, 2024. Like if you clear May Ini-Cet, by July first week you're going to be part of the AIMS PGA or Jipmer. So the difference between May and November Ini-Cet, as most of you are familiar, May Ini-Cet is mainly focusing on seats in the AIMS only, and you have the seats are limited seats. Okay, you hardly have like 20 to 25 seats only. AIMS wala seats will be there, right? And JRs will be there. JRship also will be filled with this particular exam. Whereas coming to May Ini-Cet, which will be in the next 50 days. Okay, the May Ini-Cet, which will be in the next 50 days. So what happens with the May Ini-Cet is, May Ini-Cet, apart from AIMS, okay, PGA and Jipmer seats are also filled with this. Okay, and your AIMS will be around like 22 to 25 as already discussed. Whereas coming to PGA will be 9 seats and Jipmer will be 2 seats. So this calculation will turn around like 35 odd. Okay, so last year, that is last year, just a rough calculation, because this year the seat matrix is yet to be out. So last year, if you check out the calculations, that is your May 2023 Ini-Cet exam, you have 34 seats, which includes all the 3 colleges, that is AIMS, PGA and Jipmer. And I hope you are very, very clear with this, because I have already discussed about this in person, and I have posted a reel in Instagram regarding this number of seats for the upcoming examination. Okay, right. So the next important concern is about the questioning. Okay, so long back, like an year back, not a year back, an exam back, the pattern is, the pattern is same, but there is a slight variation in the mode of examination that was given in the last round of Ini-Cet. So what happens in Ini-Cet is basically for 200 MCQs. Okay, and each MCQ is going to carry, means the right answer you attempt is going to carry +1, and the wrong answer is going to carry -1/3. Okay, and last time there is a slight modification in the mode of examination, which is not a very great impact on the exam, but a slight modification, like Ini-Cet is slightly drifting its pattern to the international examinations. That is particularly your IMBD and all these patterns of examinations. It is trying to adapt. Okay, that's what happened in the last round. So what they have done is, they have split these 200 MCQs, into 4 parts. That is, let's consider it as part A, part B, and part C, and part D. The in detail descriptive video along with the pattern they have given on the website was discussed in a reel, was posted as a video on Instagram, and the link will be shared on the descriptive part of this video, so you can go back and check that particular video. So each of 50 MCQs, and each of a time duration, because your total is 180. Okay, so each of a time duration of 45 minutes. So means part A will be live for you for 45 minutes only. So once 50 questions are done, the part A will automatically get submitted and part B will be open, and it will be live for 55 minutes, 45 minutes. And this is how, like, for the last 45 minutes, you will have access to the last 50 questions only. So every part for every 45 minutes, it will be closed and the next part will be accessible. This is how, like, equal distribution of handling the MCQs, okay, in a particular block. So for example, like block A, block B, block C, block D, okay, each of 50 MCQs and each of 45 seconds. And I hope this is very, very clear. Okay, just need your response on the chat box for the students who are attending this session as a live. Okay, right? So this is how the pattern of examination, slightly different compared to the NEET exam. NEET exam is for 240, whereas your INICT is going to be for 200 MCQs. And negative marking impact is also more in INICT when compared to the NEET exam. NEET exam is roughly minus 1/4, INICT is minus 1/3. So the impact of negative marking will be more on INICT. So that is the reason why most of the mentors, they suggest you to attempt the questions carefully. The number of attempts in NEET can be your wish. Okay, you can blast 230, 240s, 220s. Okay, you can go for a more attempt for NEET, because the impact of negative marking is very, very limited. Whereas coming to INIC, the impact of negative marking will be more. So you have to be very, very careful. Okay. Right, so you have to be very, very careful and you have to handle things properly. Okay, right. So that is the main thing of concern. Like, so we are done with the pattern of examination of NEET, that is different from INICET. And now I'll be talking about the advantages of May INICET compared to the November. Okay, very important things to be discussed. Okay, one big advantage is number of seats. So number of seats in May are more compared to the number of seats in November. One. The second thing, so most of us are not done with our preparation during November INICET because we are halfway, we are not clear what is going on and what is happening. But now you're done with your preparation for the NEET examination. That will be useful for your May. So your preparation is better now compared to November. Okay, these are comparisons with the November. Okay, so your preparation is better compared to the November. The number of seats are more compared to that of the previous round. So here you're going to have the seat matrix is yet to be out, but you will be having 30 plus seats, paka 100%, including PGA as well as Jipmer seats, along with the JRs. If there are any JRs that are being opened in these three colleges, okay, they are going to include those JRs in this category itself. Okay, right. The third important aspect is people who are going to attempt November INICET will be more because they are preparing already. So they want to have a trial version of NEET, so they are going to give. But people who are going to prepare for May INICET or going to attempt May INICET are less every year. They are less because it's a human nature, right? You're stressed with NEET examination, NEET exam was done. People just want to relax, and you hardly have like 50 days after your March NEET examination to May. So people, they definitely take a week break, okay, week or 10 days. Sometimes it extends to 15, or sometimes it extends to the date of the result of the examination. Maybe like after the result, I see like most of the students, people who got good ranks, they feel like, okay, sir, I already have a seat in my hand. Why I want to break my head for these next 30 days for INICET, which may or may not be because the seats are number of seats are 35. So I need to be in the top 35 list or top 20 list for an open category to get a seat. So why I want to break? Why you are asking me to break my head? So I want to relax. Yeah, chalo, you relax. That's your wish, because this is how regularly happens. So all these things, like in the last 9 years, 9 batches, we are done with 9 batches and entered into the 10th batch. I trained more than 15,000 students till the date. So what I suggest, what I'm observing is, okay, chalo, take a break, take a lap. We'll think about November again. If I want to give, I'll give November INICET in the next round of reading. So after hearing so many students, I feel like the competition of May is a little bit less. Or what I can tell you is the intensity with which a student prepare, or the intensity with which a student focus on May INICET is less. There are few category of students who are exception for this. For example, you're already a very good student. Your markings in the mocks are very good. But on the day of exam, that is, I'm talking about the Neet MDS exam, on the day of exam, you spoil the exam unintentionally. The reasons are XYZ. Okay, your mindset and everything has spoiled the exam. These people are going to bounce back. So these people will have that high intensity, high focus on May Inicet. Excluding that, most of us, including me when I was preparing for entrance for the May Inicet, the first 10 days after my entrance examination, that is the state entrance, I was very seriously reading because my state entrance examination was not up to mark. So I feel like depressed for 2 to 3 days. Then I felt like, okay, let's focus on May Inicet, let's do it. And I was preparing very hard for the next 14 days, and the state result was out, and I was in the top list where I'm allocated with, where definitely I'm going to get allocated with a very good seat. So then slowly what I have done is I have started taking the preparation granted. Okay. Then I slowed down my preparation for the next 14 days, and last 1 month before giving May Inicet, I was not at all opening the book because I already have a seat in my hand. Okay. But anyway, I have given the exam. I was in 100 below in May Inicet during that examination. But what I'm telling is, this is how the mindset of a student goes on. Like whenever like you have something like Stepney, what do? You take risk. Whenever you don't have that, you will be focused. Okay. So considering that, my opinion is the intensity or the competition, the intensity or the people who are preparing seriously will be less compared to the November. Okay, right? So these are the three things that you guys have to take into consideration before you jump into the preparation of the May Inicet. Okay, right? And I hope I'm audible and visible to the students who are following me live. So please do ping me some hi or something so that I can continue the next part. So these are the basic advantages of May Inicet. Okay, right? So coming to the things, right? What I feel is like I'm seeing so many students like telling in the last few days after interacting with few of you in the offline, on phone and everything. Like I see students telling, "Sir, my Inicet is so tough." Yes, Inicet is tough, not now. Okay, so if you just analyze the last 2 years, particularly the last 2 years, 2 years papers of Inicet, okay, in comparison versus Neet, just the difficulty index. Okay, so point number one is like INI and Neet. Point number one is you check out the Neet 2024 or 23, 24 or 23 or 22. Two that of the same years of Inicet. Okay. So, I mean, like my opinion or most of the mentors, okay, so what we say is like students come out and tell about the exam, right? So, Neet is hard. The Neet examination is hard. Tough, it is tough compared to Inicet. Okay, why it is tough is, for example, you check out the last November Inicet, a few of you have given the exam and I was waiting for you in the offline center. And you are coming and telling that most of the questions, like out of 200 questions, like 130, 140 plus questions for repeats from the previous years. Okay, straight away the same question, copy paste. The work is just like a copy paste. Okay, and this has happened in the last 2 years of Inicet also. Okay, so the concept here is, okay, if you talk about the difficulty, people telling it's difficult, how can I prepare in this or that? So my suggestion is, if you check out the last 2 years papers of Neet and last 2 years papers of Inicet exams are very easy. The reason why they are easy is they are filled with lots of repeats. You check out the Neet examination, the 2024 wala, you hardly have like 10 to 15 repeats. You hardly have 10 to 15 repeats. This was the case even in the 2023 Neet as well as 2024. Maybe slightly concepts may be repeated, but if you talk about the straight away questions, they are less than 15 for sure in both 2024 and 2023 Neet examination. But if you check out the Inicet repeats in the last Inicet or before that, I can gunshotly say there are 130 plus it goes to 130 to 150 plus. I'm talking about the straight away repeats with the same options which were copy pasted from the previous years. Like for example, like last year, I think like it was 2014, 14 and 15 questions were, most of the questions were copy pasted and same as it is questions with the options were repeated, right? So considering that, I feel like if you talk about the difficulty index of NEET and INI-CET is definitely easy because it's filled with lots of repeats. You mug up the questions and answers, go, the same questions and answers are going to come, just mark them, move on, done, your job is done. But what is the issue with INI-CET when compared to that of the NEET examination is, the only issue is the number of seats. If you talk about the NEET MDS, okay, that is your NEET MDS seats, that is including your All India GDCs, that includes the both state government as well as central government GDCs, plus your state quota seats, state GDC seats, government seats. This touches around like 600 seats in India. Around like 600 seats are included in the NEET. But if you talk about INI-CET, the May round is going to hit somewhere around like November round is going to hit somewhere around like 20 to 25, and May round is going to hit somewhere around like 30 to 35. So if you talk about this May round and INI-CET, here the seats, GDC seats are 600. Even if you miss GDC seats, the next upcoming seats are going to be your the private college seats that touch around like 5,000, yes, 5,500, somewhere around like 5,500. So total number of seats will be 6,000 around, out of which 10% of you are government dental college seats, which are the free seats. Here, if you talk, you have only central government seats, which are like 30 to 35. So here, the competition will be more. Competition for a seat will be more. Okay, if you talk about the exam is easy. Okay, I hope guys you got what I'm talking about, right? The competition will be more in INI-CET because the seats are less in INI-CET and you have only government seats, whereas NEET includes 600 government seats plus 5,000, 5,500 private college, deemed college, A category, B category, management quota, NRI quota, lots of seats are there. So here you have more options. There you have less options. So for you to be in INIC, you have to be in the list. Okay, so that's the main concept. But talking about the difficulty of the exam, yes, definitely NEET is so hard. You see, like NEET 2024. Okay, people coming out, crying, okay, shouting. That is not there. This is not there. Time is not sufficient. So many new questions from Part A. Okay. I was asking like, how is Part B? Part B is also like filled with lots of things. Memory based questions are there, diagram based questions are there, okay, numerical based questions are there. So lots of things will be there. Like for example, you read something, last 10 years wala question papers you read and go, and in last 10 years question papers, you have like more than 60-70% of your question paper is moving on last 10 years question paper. That question paper is definitely easy and it is going to have more competition. So for that, you need to maintain more accuracy. So you cannot take risk of any question because there are students who are very, very serious. They read these question papers more than 10 to 20 times. I see students reading the question papers more than 10 to 20 times. When I was preparing for INI-CET, that is when I'm preparing for AIMS, it's not INI-CET at that time, when I'm preparing for AIMS, that is like 9 years back, okay. So what I used to do is like I used to do the repeats, like repeats are mandatory to be done. So when I'm doing the repeats, how many times, if you ask me like how many times you have done the repeats to be in the top 100 or top, because I got 220 once in INIC, 220 once I got, and once I got 87, I have given 3 times, and once I got like 150 or 160, I don't remember the exact numbers, but all these 3 times, if you ask me like how many times you have done the repeats, is maybe like 15 to 20 times. Each repeat question paper like 15 to 20 times. If you ask me a question, I can tell you the answer as well as I can tell you which year it is, like whether it is May AIMS 2014 or November AIMS 2014. I used to tell. Not only me, the group of people who used to prepare, like who used to prepare together, like we used to 5 or 6 people sit together and prepare, and all used to have the same pattern of reading. Like our mode of preparation is like that. So every day evening we'll sit together only with repeats. We'll ask the repeats. and other people are going to tell you the answer, or they're going to take a white sheet and write the answer. Along with the answer, you have to write which year repeat it is. This is how we used to read together or compete together, like, right? So that is how you used to prepare. It's not a mandatory pattern that everyone has to follow, but I'm telling like my experience during my preparation for my state entrance, because during that phase, our state is not eligible for all India. We are not eligible for NEET. We are eligible for our state, and we are eligible for the AIMS examination only. Okay, these two are like for like other deemed examinations we are eligible, but Andhra, Telangana, and JK, Jammu and Kashmir, are not eligible for the NEET or AAPC examination till 2017. Okay, from 2017 they got the eligibility criteria, and JK got the eligibility criteria recently. In the last 2 years, they got the eligibility criteria. Previously, they are also not eligible. Okay, right? So this is how the pattern of reading of us during that phase. Okay, right? Okay, yeah, this is the main important thing which I feel like I need to discuss with you. And apart from this, the schedules, the Conquer schedule was already posted on the group. So I have divided the entire syllabus into 5 modules, and each module I have given 7 days time, a week time. Okay, so it's going to be 35 days, and followed by the leftover days is going for the revision as well as for the mock examination. So 5 module exams you are going to have, and 6 mock exams you are going to have. Total 11 mock exams, 11 exams I have planned. Okay, and yeah, you will be having some live discussions done by, which will be handled by, preferably by Gauri Shankar sir, uh, and of course, you know, the legend of MDS and MDS preparation in the country, who has an experience of more than 27 years, and oldest book for NEET as well as Ini-Cet and all the dental entrances, the author. Okay, and of course, he does everything. Okay, which cannot be discussed here. Right. So Sar is going to handle few subjects, and we are going to take some live sessions. And yes, of course, the plan was already discussed. So we are going to explore as many MCQs as possible from the previous papers, paper discussions, and of course, I have a bulk collection because I'm very intensified into these preparations during my phase. So I have my old collection. The new collection is now available in books like Aman Sir's book is there, like triplet book. The new collection is available, and of course, every app in the market as of now, every app is having those collections. It's not an issue. Yeah, in Dental Pulse, Dentist, also you have the questions, not all the questions, but most of the questions are there. So MDSCONQUER app is also having all the questions, but the huge collection which I have during my preparation phase for both SRship as well as for the AIMS, uh, I'll be sharing those things. I'll be discussing those things. And yes, we'll be discussing few medical aspects also, because sometimes INIC have a habit of cutting the stuff from the medical and adding to the dental. That has happened. Okay, neurosurgery questions were also there in INICT few rounds back. So I don't want to take any sort of risk, like whatever that is required from my collection, apart from the regular book collections. You have current dental book. Uh, okay, I think the latest editions were stopped. That is Ravi Goyal sir's book. He's no more now. Okay, so that is the reason why the book was stopped. That is also a good collection of INIC. And of course, the present active book is Aman sir's book is available. Okay, so I mean, like questions and everything we'll be discussing here. SRC, bulks of SRC papers are there with me, because during my PG and everything, like apart from MDSCONQUER, I used to contribute this SRship questions collection and everything, like the question paper collection, the question paper answering, reference guidance and everything to most of the popular books in the country. So we have all those huge bulks of collections which we are planning to discuss and give access to you. That is SR of dental, and previous repeats of medical as well as dental within the limitations within the zone of dentistry. All the previous question papers and everything, like whatnot, everything that are useful for INICET, we are planning to provide you with all the intensified mode of things. Okay. So this is the main thing which I feel like I need to discuss with you. The information related to the, I don't want to prolong this video. So the information related to the uh, Inicet plan and everything, and their Instagram links as well as the website links and everything will be given in the description part. Okay, you can go back and check. Okay, so probably within 1 or 2 days, okay, I'll be coming with one more live session that is about post Neet MDS exam. Okay, so you have a gap, right? Like from the NEET entrance exam, if you are not giving Inicet, or if you are giving Inicet, so from the entrance examination to the date of joining the college, in this particular span, how you need to think, how you need to plan, what you need to focus, what you need to learn, what you need to adapt, how you need to explore, what department you need to select. Okay, what are the advantages of each and every department, which department has a market if you are planning to open a clinic, if you are planning to work as a clinician in metropolitan cities, what department has more scope, which has more options, which has more OP, which can make more finances, and what are the latest things which are going around dentistry. Like for example, you see uh, dental operating microscope is ruling now. You have lasers that are being ruling now. You have advanced implants, different types of implants. And for example, like you're planning to take surgery, what are the different options that you have to that you need to like master after masters? Like what are the options of fellowship? You have so many range of things that are happening in the dentistry. So we'll try to, I'll within my knowledge, I'll try to discuss few of them, and I'll try to pull few of my experienced teachers uh, and students who are doing good, like my old students, the first and second batch students who are done with fellowship, working in very renowned hospitals, uh, and doing a very good dental practice clinically, academically. So I'll try to pull few of them to share their experiences and to give you the suggestions. Like for example, you're planning to go to abroad, okay, after MDS or before MDS, okay. So what to be done and everything, we are planning to discuss in the next couple of days, okay. Uh, yeah, done for now. Take care, study well, and do share this info with the people who really require it, okay, and because that may be useful for them, okay, and hope for the best, okay. So as of now, I'm signing off. If you have any doubts, you can drop in the comment box. My team will definitely come back and try to reply as many comments as possible. And of course, the helpline number as well as my personal number. So everything will be done, dusted, and everything. Okay. So checklists of INICET and everything will be discussed on the group, or maybe coming live again after 2 days, and I'll be discussing about them. Okay, so signing off. Bye, take care.